எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். அன்பே சிவமயம், சத்தியமே பராசிவம். ஓகே, இன்றைக்கு வகுப்பை நம்ம ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவோம். தேவாரம் பாடுறீங்களா? ஒமிரா, கேன் யூ சிங்?
Yes, Cha. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் வாழ்த்த வாயும் நினைக்கமட நெஞ்சும் தாழ்த்த சென்னியும் தந்த தலைவனை சூழ்த்த மாமலர் தூவி துதியாதே வீழ்த்தவா வினையேன் நெடுங்காலமே திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.
திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். So as usual, we'll start our class. So we'll study the lessons. Then I will explain, then we'll discuss. If you have questions at the end of the class, we can discuss your questions and answers. Okay, these lessons are from Bodhinada Velan Swami. So basically, we are teaching you path to Shiva. We're encouraging students age 10 to 30 to attend this class. Okay, this is a catechism for youth. That means question and answer, everything in the form of questions and answers. So today we are already doing lesson 24. Are souls and world essentially good, and what are evil, hell, and sin? Okay, so today's lesson we will have a lot of comparison with other religion, especially the Abrahamic religion. So Gurudeva says life is meant to be lived joyously. So today you will understand why Gurudeva says so. Gurudeva Siva Subramanian Swami's very famous quote is, life is meant to be lived joyously. We are here to live a very joyful life if we have proper understanding. So today's lesson is lesson 24 and lesson 25. Okay. Who can read today? Sachin? Sachin, can you read? See, our blue planet sails through space with the moon and Saturn in the background. In the background. Okay. Pomira, can you read this? Okay, Sachin, he can't read. Okay, in the background.
Astronauts returning from space describe the overview the overview effect, experiences of awe, beauty, purpose, and perfect design.
Okay, so today we are also going to discover that the world is actually a perfect place. Okay, nothing wrong with the world. Vanakkam Chandra sir, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, maybe you can help to read. Okay. Are souls and world essentially good? Very important question. Are they essentially good, or is something wrong with our soul or with the world that we live in? Sir, Pading sir?
All souls are essentially good, for their inner nature is divine. Each soul is created by God Siva from himself. Siva's nature is pure love. So goodness, compassion, understanding, and joy are natural qualities of the soul.
Natural qualities of the soul is goodness, compassion, understanding, joy. Okay, so deep inside we are actually joy. ஏற்கனவே நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோம் ஒரு வகுப்புல. Deep inside we are the nature of the state of the soul is santosham, santosha. Santosa in Malay is happy, joy, bliss. That is the natural state. Everything else, suffering all comes through the body and the mind. The soul remain santosha, in the santosha state all the time. So if we can go deeper and find this santosha, will be good. That is the very purpose of our life. Carry on, sir. Wisdom.
Wisdom and pure knowledge are the intrinsic nature of the soul. The world too is God's flawless creation. All is in perfect order and balance.
Yes, everything is in perfect order and balance. If you look at the world, everything is in perfect balance and order. People say there's nothing wrong with the world. Okay, there is nothing wrong with the world. It's a flawless creation of God. Okay, carry on, sir.
Since God is everywhere and in all things, there can be no place for evil. Evil is often looked upon as a force against God.
Okay, evil is always looked as a force against God. Okay, there's always talk about Satan. Okay, Satan is against God. We in Hinduism we don't believe this. Okay, this is the belief of Abrahamic religions. We don't believe at all. Okay, everything is good because everything is created by God. So carry on, sir. But
But
we
we know that all forces are God's forces, even mean, hurtful actions. This is sometimes difficult to understand when we see the pains and problems caused by people against each other.
yes, be difficult to understand. Okay, difficult to say the world is perfect. Okay, if we look around what's happening, if we go through the daily media reports, our WhatsApp news, we nobody can actually say it's a perfect world. Okay, because so much is happening, so much suffering is happening everywhere in the world. Okay, people go through all kind of problems. Okay, and the suffering is mostly suffering is self-created. Okay, human beings created, and God didn't create suffering. We created through our wrong actions. Okay, thoughts. That's why we say karma. Okay, we create situations in life through karma. Okay, through our actions. Okay, நமக்கு ஒரு நல்லது நடக்கும்னா நான் யாருக்கு நன்றி சொல்லணும்? Varshan, something good's happened to you. Who do you thank?
My mom.
You will thank your mom. Very good. Okay. Even she became your mom because of your karma, Varshan. So if something good happens to you, you thank yourself. If
Okay.
something bad happens to you blame yourself because of your action that things are happening. So this very basic understanding we all must get. Okay, whatever happened to us, it because of our karma, our actions in the past, our wrong decisions in the past. So it's coming back to us. Okay, so acceptance இருக்கணும். நம்ம அதை ஏற்றுக்கிட்டு வாழ்க்கையை ஓட்டணும். Okay, we don't have to react to that. We accept it and we carry on because it is our karma, good and bad. Okay, even good happens to you, you must thank yourself because you must have done something great. That's why good things are happening to you. Okay, sir. Where are we now? Looking deeper. Chandra sir, are you there?
Yes, sir. Sorry,
Okay.
my mic was muted.
Okay.
Looking deeper, we see that what is called evil has its own purpose in life. Yes, bad things do happen. Still, the wise never blame God, for they know such things are the return of our self-created karmas, tough lessons that help us learn and mature. The nature of the world is duality.
Okay.
Contains
So it's her. Okay. So carry on. The nature of the world is
duality.
duality.
It contains each thing and its opposite, joy and sorrow, goodness and evil, love and hate.
Okay, so the world's nature is duality. There is good, there is bad. That is the nature of the world. You see outside, it's all good and bad, joy, sorrow. Sometimes people are happy, sometimes people are very sad. Okay, this is actually the nature of the world that we live in. We cannot go away. When something good is happening, we know later something bad may happen. If something really bad is happening in our life, we know it is also not permanent. Okay, it will also change to good, bad, joy, sorrow. So this is the nature of life in this world, because without knowing suffering, we cannot know joy. Okay, without knowing problems, we cannot see solutions. Okay, so it's all interconnected, and it is called duality. Okay, the nature of the world is duality. Dua. There are two things. Opposites, always opposite. Joy and sorrow, goodness and evil, love and hate. Okay, carry on, sir. Suffering.
Suffering cannot be totally avoided. It is a natural part of human life that causes much spiritual growth for the soul. Knowing this, the wise accept suffering from any source, be it hurricanes, earthquakes, floods, famine, wars, disease, or personal tragedies.
Okay, so even all kind of suffering, knowing this, the wise people accept suffering from any source, any kind of suffering, famine. Okay, no, even nothing to eat. People die of starvation. Human race have going through all this. Hurricane, all kind of problems happen. Although we live in Malaysia, we live in a very protected, geographically very protected area, so we are very lucky, but it happens around the world. War, destructions, people dying on a daily basis. This is happening. Okay. Uh, One of the greatest suffering all of us went through was COVID-19. Okay. Today you want to say it's a good thing or bad thing? Chandra sir, what do you say? COVID was good or bad?
It's both, I guess.
It's both, right? It's both. People died, of course. Even today, we are sitting on the Zoom meeting today because of COVID. Okay, COVID have multiplied the use of online teaching and all those things. Okay, I completely changed my teaching. Okay, I've completely given up physical classes. I'm teaching online. All this because of COVID. So சில விஷயத்தை நல்லதா கெட்டதான்னு நம்ம ஜட்ஜ் பண்ண முடியாது. நடக்கிறப்ப கெட்டது மாதிரி இருக்கும், ஆஃப்டர் சம் டைம் இட் பிகம்ஸ் குட். சிலது நடக்கிறப்ப நல்லது மாதிரி இருக்கும், ஆஃப்டர் சம் டைம் இட் பிகம்ஸ் பேட். நல்லவங்க கெட்டவங்களா தெரிவாங்க, கெட்டவங்க நல்லவங்களா தெரிவாங்க. திஸ் இஸ் an ongoing thing, but the wise will accept everything. Okay, because carry on, sir. Suffering offers.
Suffering offers us the important realization that true happiness and freedom cannot be found in the world, for earthly joy is bound to sorrow. Having learned this, devotees seek a Sadguru who teaches them to overcome suffering through understanding and acceptance.
Acceptance is very, very important. Okay, so you need a guru to tell you, a guru to tame your intellectual mind, a guru to tame your judgment. Okay, we always do very quick judgments, so we need someone. We listen to someone who is higher in consciousness, who has learned more, who has realized more. So they guide us. So they tell us this. Nothing wrong with the world. No, what's wrong is our way of looking at it. Okay, many people have come to these conclusions because though there are so many suffering, you really cannot avoid it. Okay, we have to accept it and we have to carry on our lives. Okay, the world is.
The world is the bountiful creation of a benevolent God who means for us to live positively in it, facing karma and fulfilling dharma. We must not despise or fear the world. Life is meant to be lived joyously.
Okay, Gurudeva said life is meant to be lived joyously. Okay, so the world is a bountiful creation of benevolent God who means us to live positively in it, facing karma, fulfilling dharma. That is very important for you to understand. Facing karma means what happens to us, whether it's good or bad, we face it, we accept it, okay, we move on. Fulfilling dharma means what we are supposed to do, to the best of our ability, we must keep on doing. So when somebody met with an accident, do we say karma? Do we say it's their karma? Could be. It could be their actions which resulted in that accident. Okay, but it's not our job to judge them and say it's your karma, you're suffering because of your karma. Our job is to perform our dharma, fulfill our dharma, where we help them in whichever way we can, to the best of our abilities. We help them. See, when we face karma, immediately we turn on our dharmic mode. Okay, so we are there to help. We are not there to judge. Okay, that's between them and law of karma and God. We got nothing to do. So people suffer, we help. We don't have to think like, oh, they're suffering because of their karma, so I no need to help. They must suffer because that's what they asked for. Or that is very cruel. Okay, that's very cruel way of looking at things. So we, when facing karma, God, who means us to live positively in it, facing karma and fulfilling dharma. So this is something that we, all of us, must understand. We don't judge people. We don't comment on other people's sufferings. Okay, and we don't misuse the word karma. Many people do misuse. Okay, karma is almost an English word now, just like yoga. Karma is almost an English word. Everybody uses the word karma again and again. In social media, you can see. But most of the time, they may misunderstood the real concept of karma. We know karma is part of the pasam, anava, maya, karma, we studied last week. Karma is the divine law, okay? Divine law that takes care of us through a very fair deal. You know, you do good, you'll get back good. You do bad, you have to go through certain suffering. But when you are going through suffering, nobody can suffer for you. You must suffer, but others around you will fulfill their dharma. If they don't fulfill their dharma, they are making another karma. So I hope you understand. When people suffer, we don't comment. We just go and help, do as much as we can, because that is our dharma. Our dharma, our duty means whatever we can in the world, we must do. Okay, that's why we are here for. Okay, we must be the limbs of Lord Shiva. Whenever help is needed, we must be there ready to help. Okay, that makes our life very positive. That what it means to live positively in life. Okay, sir. Read Gurudeva.
This is my advice. Gain the perspective first that it is a wonderful world, but there is nothing wrong in the world at all. All men and women on the earth are doing exactly as they should and must do.
Okay, everybody is doing exactly what they should do and must do. There is nothing to complain about anybody or anything, because the law of karma is so very perfect. What you are getting, you get what you deserve through your actions. Even uh, in the current karma that we are doing. Okay, if you are a student, if you study hard, you will get great results. Okay, that's karma also. That's the results is actually the reactions towards your study, towards your hard work. So even that, all past life karma, it's all there. It's all happening in a very fair, perfect way. So we just have to gain this understanding in the first place. It is a wonderful world. There is nothing wrong in the world. Because if every day you open newspaper and start worrying about the world, you cannot lead a very peaceful life. Because the amount of things that are happening, especially in this 21st century, is terrible. We all know that. Okay, but how much dharma I can play in it, I will do. Okay, beyond that, we can't help. Okay, so others have to do, the big powers have to take part. Okay, they have to push their agendas for peace and all those things. So what we can do, whatever the people are doing, they are doing exactly what they should and must do. Okay, that is the situation of the world. So again, life is meant to be lived joyously. So nobody should think that we are going through all suffering. No, it's not like that. Once we learn from suffering, we don't attract more suffering, because we understand the law of karma and we perform our dharma as to the best of our abilities. Okay, that is lesson 24. Okay, so now we know the soul is perfect, the world is perfect. There is no Satan. Satan illa, நம்ம ரிலிஜன்ல சைத்தான் தடா. Okay, we don't believe in Satan. It's the belief of other religions. But through cultural things, we have also sometimes used the word Satan and all those things because we live in a multi-religious, multi-racial country. But basically, we must know that's not our belief. Okay, we'll continue with lesson 25. Okay, these fierce monkey guards guards the entrance to a temple in Bali. Okay, this is a Bali image, frightening away those who should not enter. He is fearsome, but like sin and evil, he is not feared by those who are pure in heart. So, people of pure in heart, people with devotion, they don't care about this monkey. Okay, it's just there to scare you. All right. Uh, it's a Bali thing. Okay. So people who have been to Bali may have seen this. Okay, what about evil, hell, and sin? Very, very important topic. Okay, evil, hell, and sin. It's mostly talked about in Abrahamic religions like Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Okay, so today we'll see how we differ. Okay, in terms of beliefs and philosophy, how do we differ? Okay, sir, can you read again? I think others not available today.
Right, sir.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
In the highest sense, there is no good or bad. God did not create evil as a force distinct from good. He granted to souls the divine laws of dharma and karma, along with the freedom to act as they wish in the great ocean of experience. This is God's grace allowing us to learn and evolve.
Yes, God allows us to learn and evolve, so He has given us freedom. Okay, only to human beings, God has given us freedom. You can go right, you can go left, you can decide not to go also. Okay, that freedom we have. Read this, sir. What is free will?
Free will is the human ability to make choices and decisions independently of any external influence or determining factors such as fate, divine foreknowledge, or biological impulses.
Okay, so that is free will. And we as human beings, we can make decisions. Okay, from the day we were born, from the day we are able to make decisions until we will die, we have the choice. Okay, so people who live a dharmic life, they make wise choices so that they don't suffer too much. Okay, although suffering, as we know, can never be avoided, but we don't have to suffer too much and we understand the whole process. Okay, so we have free will. As human beings, God has given us free will, freedom to act as they wish. Guru says, the divine, God granted us to the souls divine laws of dharma and karma along with freedom to act. We are free to act, but consequences will be there. When you are going to do something bad, God doesn't stop you. Nobody will stop you. But the consequences you have to face. Because every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That is the truth. So while we have the freedom, but we are also bound by the law of karma. Okay, sir, this is God's grace. This is a grace allowing us to learn and evolve. Because if He doesn't allow us to play the game, we will never learn. But law of karma is there to guide us. Okay, if we go off track, we will suffer, we will come back, we will learn, we will grow. Okay, so there is
no eternal hell, nor is there a Satan.
Okay, Satan, I said there is none. Okay, there is no force against the good. There is no bad against the good, or there is no concept of Satan. Okay, actually, who is Satan?
Satan is a figure found in Abrahamic religions, primarily known as an entity who tempts humans to sin or falsehood. The term originates from the Hebrew word Satan, meaning adversary or accuser.
Okay, this it's like a character. It's like a character that people that they believe that it tempts human into sin and falsehood. சில பேர் சொல்லுவாங்களா நான் அந்த தப்பு செஞ்சிட்டேன் மண்டையில வந்து சைத்தான் வந்து பூந்துட்டான் சீலாப்பா செஞ்சிட்டேன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க Okay, that's how. Actually, you did because you are not conscious. Okay, you're not conscious and you're not conscious of the consequences. Okay, no Satan. There's no Satan ruling our life. We don't believe this. Okay, what are Abrahamic religions? Again and again in this teaching, in this class, we will come across the word Abrahamic religion. So you must understand Abrahamic religion. Sir?
The Abrahamic religions are a group of monotheistic faiths that share the patriarch Abraham as a common spiritual ancestor or a significant prophetic figure. The three major Abrahamic religions are Judaism, Christianity, and Islam.
Okay, Judaism, Christianity, Islam are the Abrahamic religion. Okay, they for them their great grandfather, great grandfather is Abraham. Okay, for all these three religions. Okay, so they have many similarities. So basically, Judaism. Okay, then came Christianity. Then the last was Islam with the teachings of Prophet Muhammad. Okay, these are three known as Western religions or Abrahamic religions. So what are Eastern religions? These are known as Western. Some books call them Western faith or Western religions. Okay, what are the Eastern religions? Sir?
Eastern religions is a broad term for religions originating in East, South, and Southeast Asia, with major examples including Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Taoism, Confucianism, and Shintoism. Dharmic religions, also known as Indian religions or Indic religions, are traditions that originated on the Indian subcontinent and are centered around the concept of Dharma. The main Dharmic religions are Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism.
Okay, do you all know which is the youngest religion in the world? In this group, the Dharmic religion, which is the youngest?
Sikhism.
Sikhism. Sikhism came about only about 500 years ago. Okay, there's a very new religion in India. From Hinduism to Sikhism, you see the land of India. Okay, the Indian subcontinent has given birth to so many religions, from which so many other religions, other faith, other denominations, okay, grew. Okay, it's a really a very spiritual land, India, where all the major religions, especially the Dharmic religion, all originated from India. So we also have Taoism, the Chinese, the Japanese, Korean. Okay, they also have kind of similar faith. They are also Eastern religions. Okay, they're also Eastern religions. They value lives. Okay, they also value lives. You see, Buddhists are also vegetarians. Okay, Sikhism also encourages vegetarianism. Okay, so this the non-killing, all that they also practice. So these are Eastern religions: Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, and Sikhism. Okay, these are four major religions in India. Of course, the major ones is Hinduism, okay, with many denominations, which we have studied: Saivism, Shaktism, uh, Vaishnavism, Smartism, Smarta faith, and all those things. Okay, so Hindu has also other other different denominations. So again, this is Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. They believe in Saturn. They believe in original sin. They believe in heaven and hell. We don't. Okay, we only believe in law of karma and dharma. Law of karma takes care of everything. Okay, and you don't go to hell because you will come back. You will take a different body and you will be born again. So there is no concept of permanent hell or permanent heaven for Hindus. Carry on, sir. However,
there are hellish states of mind and painful births for those who think and act wrongfully.
okay, of course, there is no hell, no heaven, no Satan, okay, but there is hellish state of mind. Mind suffering இருக்கு கண்டிப்பா இருக்கு. Okay, that one we go through at different levels. We go through, there are painful births for who think and act wrongfully. Okay, because they have somehow attracted these sufferings through the actions. Sin,
Sin is related only to the lower, instinctive, intellectual nature as a transgression of Dharma. Man's true nature is not sullied by sin. No bad deed can cause the soul to be forever lost or damned.
okay, see, Bodhinatha says, no bad deed can cause the soul to be forever lost or damned. Okay, this one we don't believe. We don't believe in the original sin. We don't believe that if you make the sin, no way you will go to hell. There's no such belief in Hinduism. Still,
Still, wrongful actions are real and to be avoided, for they return to us as sorrow through the law of karma.
yes. So wrongful actions, of course, they are real and must be avoided because they return to us. So when we understand law of karma, we become wise. We know we have the freedom to do. We can do anything. We have the freedom, but we choose to do the right thing, the dharmic thing. Because we do adharma, it will come back to us. It is the law. Nobody escapes. It is the law. It will. இதெல்லாம் children தெரியணும். சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து children தெரியணும். தெரியலனா you see what's happening. They become so violent. Okay. They are actually losing grip on life itself. Okay. They don't know what they're doing. So you must know, you must teach. God gives us freedom. You can study, you can sleep. Freedom is yours. But if you study, something else will happen. If you sleep and waste time, something else will happen. That's all. You have to teach them the consequences so that we always make the right choice, wiser choices in life, so that we don't attract so much suffering. Okay, sir. Wrongful action, through the law of karma, it will return. They return to us as sorrows. So you don't want to sorrow, you don't do bad things because it will come to you. Bad deeds, sir.
Bad deeds can be atoned for with sadhana, worship, and penance.
Okay, bad deeds ஒரு தப்பு செஞ்சிட்டோம். We can tone it down. Okay, we can ask for forgiveness through sadhana, worship, or penance. Okay, some people carry kavadis. Some people go on fasting for many days because they hurt someone. They did something bad. Okay, I remember once one of my friends. I think he had a fight with his wife, and Gurudeva actually asked him to walk. It's not a typo sometime. Gurudeva asked him to walk from KL to Batu Caves, something like that. Or many years ago it happened. Okay. So because you did something, you do a penance, okay? So that you baya balik lah. You baya balik so that when the karma returns, it won't be so bad. And in the process of doing this, sadhana, worship, and penance, in the process of doing this, you become a stronger person. So even karma comes back, you are stronger. That's why we worship. That's why we go to temple. Because in past life, we could have done wrong things. And it is all on the way. It's coming. We cannot avoid. It's the law. So the only thing we can do is we strengthen ourselves. So ஆலயத்துக்கு போய் வழிபாடு செய்யறதுனால, தேவாரங்கள் பாடுறதுனால, வீட்டில் வழிபாடுகள் செய்யறதுனால, நெருக்கமா இருக்கிறதுனால, இந்த டெம்பிள்ஸ் கூடலாம் இருக்கிறதுனால, நம்ம வந்துட்டு ஒரு ஸ்ட்ராங்கான ஒரு ஆளா இருப்போம். ஸ்ட்ராங்கான ஆளு அதாவது அந்த கர்மா செய்யறப்ப நம்ம ஸ்ட்ராங் இல்லாதனால தானே செஞ்சோம். ஆனா திரும்ப அந்த கர்மா நம்மளை வந்து அடிக்கிறப்ப we are already a better person, so we can face. You can see many people, they face difficulties like nothing. For them it's okay. Okay, well, same difficulty, same suffering comes to other people, well, they really cry. But some people can take it because they have improved themselves through worship and sadhana. As Saivat, sir?
As Saivites, we do not see a sharp contrast of good and evil in the world.
Okay, we don't believe good and evil. We don't draw a line. This is good and this is bad. This is evil. And the concept is in religion. Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, we don't have that concept. Our concept is everything is God. Everything is God. God is everywhere. So there is no place for anything evil. Evil no ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல. கெட்டது நடக்கிறது கண்ணால பார்க்கிறோம், but it is still there. It is still there in the process. It is not evil. It is not caused by Satan and all that. Carry on, sir.
Instead, we understand that all people have a threefold nature: instinctive, intellectual, and spiritual. The instinctive nature is the outer, lower, or animal nature of I, me, and mine. When it dominates, people become angry, fearful, greedy, jealous, and hurtful.
Okay, you see the first nature that we have is instinctive nature. Instinctive is like animals. If you can see your cat, your dog, they do things instinctively. They don't use intellectual mind. They just go on doing instinctively. So this is the outer, lower animal nature of I, me, and mine. So when this kind of nature dominates people, they become very angry, very fearful, greedy, jealous, and hurtful. Okay, the core of all these is actually fear. Okay, they fear that something will go wrong, or they are angry, they have become greedy, they fear something will go wrong. Okay, somebody will get higher than them, they become jealous. Okay, fear is the basis. Okay, so this is instinctive nature. It is in us, in all of us. It is there. It is there. Where we want to operate, that one we decide. Okay, where you want to operate, this is the nature of human beings. You want to operate at the instinctive level, intellectual level, or spiritual level, or this choice also we have. Okay, sir, the intellectual nature.
The intellectual nature is the soul's mental aspect. When it rules, people can become arrogant and prone to argument and conflict.
Okay, this is the problem with intellectual nature. Intellectual helps us to make right decision, makes right choices, avoid mistakes, make money, lead a good life. Okay, it helps. It has a purpose, very important purpose in our life. But when it rules people, people can become very arrogant and prone to argument and conflict. Even people who are spiritual, even people who are spiritual, they will choose to be very argumentative and they love conflict because they operate from the intellectual nature. Okay, nothing wrong. All this we have, but this realization will help us to see where we want to operate from. Okay, in life, daily life, where do I want to operate from? Do I want to operate like a animal, instinctive nature, getting angry all the time? Or do I want to be so intellectual? I want to argue with everybody, or we want to go to the next higher level. Okay, sir, the spiritual.
The spiritual or superconscious nature of the soul is the source of compassion, insight, modesty, peace, and understanding.
Okay, you see, the spiritual nature is love, compassion, insight. Okay, you become a moderate person, peace and understanding. You accept people as they are. You don't try to mold everybody. You're slightly higher. When you need to act instinctively, you choose. When you need to talk intellectually, you make a choice. But all the time, you just remain there. Gurudeva says, 2/3 be spiritual. 2/3 live life inside. 2/3 inside. 1/3 only you operate outside. If you really want to have some kind of control, that is Gurudeva's advice. 2/3 we want to think of ourselves as spiritual being. Okay, 1/3 only we give chance to instinctive, if it is necessary, and intellectual. Okay, sir. The animal.
The animal instincts of young souls are strong.
Okay, you see, animal instincts of young souls are very strong. That's why they can kill. They got no mercy for another human being. They can kill. Okay, they're just like tigers and lions. Okay, so low instinctive level. Okay, so these are young souls. Okay, carry on, sir.
Their intellect, which is needed to control the instincts, is yet to be developed.
Okay, their intellect has not been developed yet. Okay, intellect developed item, we won't do that. We know how can we kill someone. Okay, they also will have life, families, and everything. Okay, intellectual mind on the reason reasoning panno, reason out panno. But instinctive mind, or this will just react. Okay, this is happening. All the fight that's happening, all the killings that's happening because people operate from the animal nature. Okay, it's there in us, all three in us, but where we choose to live, where we choose to operate from is the question. Okay, sir.
When we encounter meanness and wickedness in others, we recall this threefold nature and have compassion for those in the lower instinctive states. We know they will continue to evolve as they learn from their self-created karma. We also know there is no intrinsic evil.
So there is no intrinsic evil. Nobody is completely evil. They are just not mature enough. Okay, they are still in the instinctive state of the mind and taking action. So, but we know they will evolve. They will continue to evolve as they learn from their self-created karma. Karma is the greatest teacher. We learn, right? Karma is the greatest teacher. People can do whatever the hell they want, but karma will teach you. Karma will mold you. Karma will crush your ego and put you where you belong to. Eventually, it happens to everybody. So, when we encounter meanness and wickedness in others, we recall this threefold nature and have compassion for those in lower instinctive states. We must have love for them. So, when we see bad people, we must have love for them because they are struggling with their animal nature. Okay, they are still cannot understand instinctive, intellectual, and they are far away from spiritual. They are on the way. Of course, they're on the way. All of us are on the way, but they are there. So we don't have to react with them. We don't have to go low and deal with them like an animal. Not necessary at all. Okay, just like a dog is barking at you, it doesn't mean you have to bark back. Okay, we understand this. We don't fight with them. But we have compassion. We have love. We love them because we know they will continue to evolve. Okay, eventually they also will evolve and achieve a higher level of intellectual and finally spiritual levels. Okay, so three natures of human beings: instinctive nature, intellectual nature, and spiritual nature. Okay, of course, the best is spiritual, the hardest also. And all of us go up, come down, go up. All happens all the time. It happens. It's very natural. You don't have to worry. We may have done things instinctively, no problem. We have done. It's our nature. But we once we realize, we try to correct that. And always we think we are a spiritual nature, and we want to find this nature, use it more, have more power and control over this. So we learn. See, today in our class we learn. So intellectually we learn. Then through practice we will open the doors of spiritual nature. So that is the promise of gurus. All the gurus in the world, that's what they say, all the gurus. Okay, as you practice, you will go up. Okay. About the intelligence just now, so we all have known the IQ only for so many decades, intellectual intelligence, okay, serial processing left brain. Now they are talking about EQ and SQ. EQ is emotional intelligence, parallel processing, right brain, on the right brain, left brain, right brain, two major things, and also spiritual intelligence. Synchronous processing, whole brain is synchronized, the whole brain. Okay, so this all we are aware. This all of the intellectual area of the minds. Okay, so we know these three nature. All of us, our neighbors could have instinctive natures. Our friends could have intellectual natures and always like to argue. So when they argue, you know where they are. At least you can do accordingly, right? You can do accordingly. You can give them chance because they are in that mode at that moment. Okay, but all of us slowly we want to become a more spiritual nature. See, where we operate from is very important. and it's all within us. We can choose. As earlier we studied, God has given us the freedom. How you want to be, you can choose. In whichever situation you can choose. So we choose wisely because we know the law of karma. Whatever we do, return back to us. So we better generate good karmas so that when it comes back, it uplifts us spiritually. Gurudeva, sir?
Hinduism is such a joyous religion, freed of all the mental encumbrances that are prevalent in the various Western faiths. It is freed of the notion of a vengeful God. It is freed of the notion of eternal suffering. It is freed from the notion of original sin.
Okay, so we are freed actually from hell. That is basically Hinduism. Okay, Hinduism frees you from hell. There is nothing. We are all not going to hell. Pomira, which is the song that says that we are not going to hell? You remember the song? Pomira, are you there?
Yes, Cha. Sorry, can you come again?
Which song you think is about we are not going to hell? You remember the song Nam Yarkum Kodiyallon?
Not the full song, Acha.
Oh, not the full song. You know, right? Nam Yarkum Kodiyallon Namani Anjon. Naragatil Idar Padon. We are not going to hell. So it's very clearly said in that song. We are not, because we don't belong to that religion, which they believe, if they don't follow the right path, they go to hell. We don't. So it frees us from hell. So you as a Hindu, don't think about going to hell. Don't tell people go to hell also. Okay? Because we don't. Nobody actually goes to hell. Hell, heaven and hell are here. Heaven and hell is this. This is heaven and hell. Okay? If you are here, you are going through hell. Bad karma is happening to you, you are going through hell. When nice things happen, you enjoy something, you are going through heaven. Okay, heaven and hell are only different states of the mind. Okay, it's only about the mind. It's not a place that we go. Definitely not a place that we go. So we know, we understand. So Hinduism is such a joyous religion. It gives us freedom from the notion of vengeful God. God doesn't punish us. There's no such belief in us. God doesn't punish. Who punish us? Who give us punishment? Jagadishan, Jivan, who gives us punishment?
Karma, sir, karma.
Karma, our own karma. Our own karma. Who punish us is we. We ourselves punishing ourselves. God doesn't punish us. Okay? அந்த நம்பிக்கை வந்து தப்பு. தவறான கருத்து நம்ம ரிலிஜன்ல. கடவுள் என்னை சோதிச்சிட்டாரு. கடவுள் got no time to சோதிக்கிறான் you. Nothing doing. Okay? நம்ம தான் தேடிக்கிறோம் எல்லாத்தையும். எல்லா நன்மைகளையும் தீமைகளையும் நம்ம தான் நம்மளோட கர்மா, நம்மளோட செயல்னாலையும் நம்மளோட சிந்தனைனாலையும் நம்ம தேடிக்கிறோம். கடவுள் வந்துட்டு லா ஆஃப் கர்மாட்ட ஒப்படைச்சிட்டு வேலையை அழகா வெயிட் பண்றாரு உங்களுக்கு கிரேஸ் கொடுக்கறதுக்காக. ஓகே, எஸ் ஜீவன், இட் இஸ் அவர் கர்மா. ஓகே, ஸோ காட் டசன்ட் பனிஷ் அஸ். இட் ஃப்ரீட் ஆஃப் த நோஷன் இத்தர்னல் சஃபரிங். கடைசியில் வரைக்கும் ஹெல்லே கிடப்பீங்க அந்த மாதிரி நம்பிக்கைலாம் நமக்கு இல்லை. It freed from the notion of original sin. Every sin we can pay back through the law of karma, through the suffering, through next life. Okay, we can take as many lives as we want. Like you fail SPM, they give you chance as many times you can sit for the exam and pass. Okay, if SPM can allow you that, why not life? Okay, 70-80 years we cannot fix everything. We cannot learn everything. We need multiple lifetimes to understand. Even to become a specialist, someone has to study about 20 years. 20 years of studies, then you become a specialist. Okay? So it's ridiculous to understand that one lifetime is enough. But these are all beliefs of the Abrahamic religion. I already told you, beliefs of Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. Okay? Okay, last week we studied Padi Pasu Pasam, Padi Kadavul, Pasam, the Anava Maya Karma, இந்த கயிறை போட்டு நம்ம பசு சோல் வந்து கைட் பண்ணிட்டு போயிட்டே இருக்காரு. ஆனா அந்த ஆணவ மாயா கர்மால உங்களுக்கு ஃப்ரீடம் இருக்கு. யூ கேன் டூ whatever you want. Okay, that's one. You want to go and steal someone's money. God doesn't stop you. No, God will come and stop you because you are doing karma. You are stuck. Okay, what you do will happen back to you. So that understanding, I think, creates a better society, better individual, better nations, and better world because we all understand consequences of our actions. Okay, so that's the lesson today. So if you have any questions, you can ask, we can discuss. Today we did lesson 24 and 25. And are souls and world essentially good? Yes, of course, everything is perfect. Okay. Since God Shiva is everywhere in all things, there can be no place for evil. Everything is just perfect. And Gurudeva said, life is meant to be lived joyously. Okay. So his advice was perspective first. Gain the perspective first that it is a wonderful world. Tomorrow morning, when you go out, you think the world is all right. What people going through, these things that they must go through, they are paying their karma. Okay. What we have to do is our dharma. If we can help, we help. It's our dharma. We don't have to be judgmental towards them. And what about evil, hell, sin? ஆழமா பார்த்தோம் இன்னைக்கு நமக்கு நம்ம ரிலிஜன்ல வந்து பல நம்பிக்கைகள் இல்லை. ஓகே, இல்லாத நம்பிக்கைகளை நம்ம வச்சுட்டு தலையில் தூக்கி வச்சு ஆட வேண்டிய அவசியம் இல்லை. அண்ட் டீப் இன்சைட் வி ஆர் சந்தோஷம். வி ஆல் நோ டீப் இன்சைட் வி ஆர் சந்தோஷம். அவர் சோல் இஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் இன் த ஸ்டேட் ஆஃப் சந்தோஷம். அந்த வருத்தம், பயம், கோபம் எல்லாம் நம்ம தான் உருவாக்குறோம். Once we understand, we get closer. That's why Gurudeva says 2/3 live within, 2/3 live inside. 1/3 you operate in the world. 1/3 you do whatever the drama needed. At that time you can do it. So suffering, we also learn, is self-inflicted. Okay, we are actually doing the suffering. Suffering is not manufactured and given to us. கடவுள் கொடுக்கறதுல சிலருக்கு வந்து கேன்சர், சிலருக்கு வந்து ஆக்சிடென்ட் வரும். கடவுள் சொல்றதுல, கடவுள் முடிவு பண்றதுல, நம்மளோட வாழ்க்கையில நம்ம செய்யக்கூடிய காரியங்கள், நம்மளோட பூர்வ ஜென்ம கர்மங்கள் அதை டிசைட் பண்ணுது. ஆனா அதோட பர்பஸ் வந்து நம்ம கத்துக்கிட்டு மூவ் பண்றதுக்கு தான். ஓகே, I have told you earlier, even cancer is for the body, but the body must learn, the mind must learn, we must move on. Okay, so in the process, we see suffering all created by ourselves. When we understand this, I think we'll be more careful when we do something. And one more thing we learned today, God gives us the freedom. Free will is there. You can do whatever you want. You can go whichever way you want. Nothing is fixed for you. God give you the freedom, but you must know the nature of the world also. Okay, there will be joy, there will be sorrow. It's in duality. Okay, sometimes it's nice, sometimes it's not nice, and we must feel it's okay. It's okay. Okay, I always tell myself, okay, today is not nice, not a nice day. Every day we cannot win. Okay, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. That is okay, absolutely okay. So this is the purpose of lesson, to give us right understanding, so that we take the philosophy, we practice in our lives. Okay, we worship and we be very obedient to our gurus and see what best we can do. Okay, anybody has any questions?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, Dana Lakshmi.
Can you give a clearer explanation on what is Satan?
Satan again. There is no Satan. I already told you there is no Satan. Satan is always associated with something bad, right? Something bad, something very bad. So there is no such thing. This is Lord Shiva's world. Nothing can be against us. Okay, this is Lord Shiva's world. So Satan is actually from the Abrahamic religion, from Islam. Agama Islam percaya syaitan. Agama Christian percaya syaitan. Judaism, okay, percaya syaitan. Kita tidak percaya. Okay. I had to explain this because it's part of the lesson today. The word Satan appeared in the lesson, right? Just now, the word Satan appeared, so I had to explain to you. So there is no eternal hell, like hell, forever you are damned to hell. There's nothing. nor is there a Satan. There is no Satan in our religion. We don't believe. Okay, it's God's will. Everything is good and perfect. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. Anybody else?
So,
Yes, sir.
even though there is no Satan,
Correct.
in our religion, we have a lot of stories of
That is the story, sir. That is Purana.
yeah.
Purana, you know Purana, Purana's purpose, you know. Puranam irukku sir, என்னென்னமோ இருக்கு sir. Heaven hell இருக்கு sir Puranaல.
Yes.
It's there, it's there. But those are stories, okay? That though they went beyond philosophy. So we have to come back to philosophy. And Guru Deva doesn't endorse Purana. புராணம் நம்ம வந்துட்டு அஹிம்சா செய்யுங்க யூ கேனாட் கில் பீப்புள்னு சொல்லிட்டு புராணத்தில் படிச்சீங்கன்னா சிவனே வந்து விநாயகர் தலையை வெட்டுவார். ஸோ வி வில் பி கான்ட்ரடிக்டிங் அவர் செல்ஃப்ஸ். ஸோ வி டோன்ட் வாண்ட் டு டச் புராணம். புராணம் நம்ம படிக்கல. புராணம் அதில் நிறைய விஷயங்கள் இருக்கு. அது ஒரு விதமான கருத்து, ஒரு விதமான நாலேஜ். Those who are interested can go in. So we don't learn Puranas. Okay? We don't want to learn Puranas because it can sometimes contradict what we have in our philosophy.
Yeah. Also in our mythologies,
Uh,
uh,
Mahabharata.
yeah, we have always even as you explain the duality,
Mhm.
there are forces of
Oh,
darkness and
yes,
light.
yes, yes, yes.
So
In our Mahabharata, all there is.
yeah,
But those are stories. But if we Mahabharata is basically Vaishnavism, sir. Vaishnavite sect. But it's a very great story. Every question has answers there. But certain things are there. Of course, I say it's there. But in Saivism, we basically don't believe in Gurudeva's teaching, Saiva Siddhantam. There is no hell, there is no Satan. Okay, so we have to, and I think this is the right belief. Okay, this is the belief that will give human will become more responsible for their actions. You cannot do something and say, Satan asked me to do. Okay, Satan entered my mind. Okay, that will be an excuse to do a lot of bad things. We say, no, Satan, whatever I do is me. I am responsible because it's going to come back to me. So I think this is a better understanding that will help all of us to see from where we actually want to operate in the rest of our lives. Okay, so our goal is spiritual. We have instinctive like animal nature. We have intellectual, very important for students to study, to capture knowledge. But we must know that there is a higher thing. Okay?
the way I see it is even like say the Saivite stories,
Mhm.
you have stories of the gods defeating demons.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like even during Navaratri or
Oh, yes, sir.
during
Yes, sir. Yes, that's
during
what I think is
Kanda
part of the.
Shasti.
Mhm.
So all these are like stories, even in Saiva traditions, where
Yes,
you have forces of light defeating forces of darkness.
yes.
So in that sense, I would say that the stories in the other religions
Mhm.
where they have personified the darkness of
Mhm.
Satan, we also have personifications of darkness like the various demons,
Yes.
and that's why I see it is actually similar stories that they have just given a personification, and even when you say there's no intrinsic evil in Hinduism,
Mhm.
but Hinduism also says there is the wrong action, and there is such thing as wrongful actions, which
Mhm.
is actually what the demons are
But
doing.
but it's not original sin. Wrongful
Eh,
action, all we can pay back through our
yeah,
rebirth, our karma.
Yeah.
But they
So
are
same as for them,
Mhm,
they have original sin and they have redemption.
mhm,
Just like for us, we have wrongful actions and we can also redeem ourselves.
mm.
Whether this
Okay, sir.
person,
Going back to your stories, you said stories. You
yes,
must understand Hinduism is the oldest religion in the world. Okay, we went through many phases. Okay, we couldn't. இந்த மாதிரி கிளாஸ் ஓட்டிருக்க முடியுமா சார் 50,000 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்ன? Can somebody teach like this in English, Hinduism in English? Cannot, right? So we have evolved. அப்போ உள்ள சமுதாயத்துக்கு தேவைப்பட்டது அப்போ உள்ளவங்க செஞ்சாங்க. புராணம் வந்து played a major role. பக்தி எப்படி காட்ட முடியும்? முருகன் மேல பக்தி எப்படி காட்ட முடியும்? அம்மன் மேல பக்தி எப்படி உருவாக்க முடியும்? ஸோ அப்போ தேவைப்பட்டுச்சு அதெல்லாம். இன்னைக்கு we still carry on, but we can move to a more intellectual, philosophical study. Okay? So we don't have to bring that stories inside and ask whether, then அதான் நான் சொன்னேன்ல, நீங்க அதை எடுத்து வந்தீங்கன்னா contradiction தான் வரும். Then we cannot solve it. Definitely we cannot solve because there are, as you said, there is such things, but we don't want to touch that side. Okay, those who want to learn can carry on. We are not against that. Okay, but we want to stick to Path to Shiva book. In Path to Shiva, there is no, even Gurudeva's teaching, all his books, there is no mention of Puranas. Okay, so we want to put it aside lah.
Yeah, I'm not referring to Puranas. I'm referring to even the Saivite mythologies. You
Mhm.
have these forces of light and darkness, which
Okay. Anyway, we
which
stick to the book, sir.
no worries. I'm just saying
we will stick to
how
the
I view it is because in this world,
children are in the class. When we take it to a higher level of discussion, then very difficult. Okay, we will keep it as it is. Of course, you can ask questions, we can discuss, but we don't want to go deep into something else which is not part of the lesson today. Okay, sir?
yeah,
Okay.
no worries. It's just I think I mentioned it earlier also. For
Mhm.
children to understand that there's no such thing as evil is something I think very difficult because it's something that is we see it every day and people call it that.
Yeah,
Even normal words,
yeah.
without talking about
In the
religion.
lesson, it's already mentioned. It's difficult. Of course, it is difficult, sir. Okay, it's difficult to the lessonல பாத்தீங்களான்னு சொல்லியிருப்பாரு. This is sometimes difficult to understand. Of course, it's difficult to understand because we see problems, pains, sufferings all over. It's difficult to understand. But the first thing that they must know is there is no eternal suffering. There is no. அது முதல்ல விளங்கிட்டோங்க. Okay, nobody have told them. We are telling them today. No, nobody have told them. So we have
That
to
one
tell them.
probably is terminology of eternal, because eternal, I think it means forever, right?
Yeah.
But it can also mean, like in a sense, eternity. People mean as a very long time. That means it's for people who have done very bad things, that then they actually have to go through hell for a very long time. So in that sense, it is eternity, but it's not a literal forever. There is still redemption.
Oh yeah, understand, but that's not our concept, sir. There is no hell. You can come back, you can take another body.
But
The soul can take another body, even immediately can take another body, and there is no need to be there in that world, suffer in that world. There's no such thing in our belief.
In Naraka is the Tamil word, right?
Antarloka. You be there, souls be there for a while.
Naraka is the hell, right?
Naragaloka. Naragaloka is Antarloka. It's in between world where souls spend some time after they are passing.
Correct.
But
So
they will come back. So
yes.
whether you say eternal is for long time or short time, we are not going there, sir. That's very clear.
What I'm trying to say is, it's not forever you'll be in hell.
No. Anyway, the talk of hell is out, sir. We don't believe it. We don't want to talk about it.
But what is
confusing
then
of people?
Naraka Loka?
Naraka Loka is a lower part of Deva Loka.
So isn't that known as hell?
Pardon?
Isn't that hell?
Isn't that hell? No, isn't
Ah,
it? It's not the hell where people go and suffer. The souls go there, spend some time, learn some things, or they have causes to attend, then they come back. Then they come back, sir. The soul come back. There's no somebody, not anybody goes there, suffer for short period or long period, forever. No such thing. So we don't want to go into that, sir. Okay, sir?
but perhaps I don't know whether there's any future lesson
Hmm?
where you actually show what happens in Naragaloka. Because
I don't.
normally
We
in
have done
the
it. We have done it. Maybe we can see those things again. I explained about Antarloka.
Antarloka, yes, but it's like something new to me to say that there are lessons, because normally even in our Hinduism,
Mhm.
we picture the Naragaloka as some kind of not a good place to be.
Yeah. So yes. So
Yeah.
not a good place, or definitely not a good place to be. So,
Yeah.
but it's not the same with the Abrahamic understanding, lah. Definitely not same. Okay, sir. It's already 9:37.
All right, sir.
Okay, sir. Thanks for joining, all of you. Thanks for joining the class. Vanakkam. We will meet again. Okay. Next. So please concentrate more on the spiritual side. We are all learning. So I hope you will continue and finish whole lesson of Path to Shiva. Okay, so that we can understand more. Thank you. Good night. Vanakkam.
Good night.